is the country of Ukraine. It's the Kalush Orchestra singing the song Stefania. Now, obviously, Ukraine won in 2016 with what some people might decide is quite a topical song given current events out there. I think this is great. I mean, I've written down ethno hip hop with it in some ways. I quite enjoy this. This is absolutely fantastic. Dare I say it? Because obviously we know they did select a song, which, yeah, alas, got disqualified. But this has the potential to go big in Turin. And let's start off with Phil. What do you think of this song?
Oh, I'm loving this one as well. As you say, it's like a sort of a traditional Ukrainian sounding chorus, and then it suddenly flicks into rap. It stands out. There's nothing else like it. You know, it's not a formulaic ballad or a formulaic banger. It's something different. I mean, I think it's going to do well, obviously, with the political situation, but it deserves to do well on merit too, because it's a good song. I love it. It's just a little bit bonkers, which is right on my street, as you probably guessed. But yeah, loving this one, definitely.
Okay, and I mean, Martin, obviously, lots of people absolutely love the song. They have it down as, you know, their top 40. Do we think Alina Pash would have done as well if she hadn't got disqualified?
This is my number 11. Alina Pash, Shadow of Forgotten Ancestors, would have been my number 2. And ironically, I think if not that you want war at all, but if the situation had started about 3 weeks earlier, or Vidbir had been 3 weeks later, and Alina Pash was still the song for Ukraine, or the artist for Ukraine, I think what that was about would have probably almost certainly put Ukraine in pole position for winning Eurovision this year, just purely through what the content of the song was about and her performance. We're not dealing with that now. We're dealing with Kalush Orchestra and Stefania, which is brilliant. Watching it again just before the show, excellent performance. You know, folk and rap shouldn't work, but it's Ukraine, so it obviously does. And you know, a great performance. Everyone's loving it. I'm fingers crossed they'll be in Turin. Otherwise, we'll have to rely on live on tape. I mean, because this year, for me, I keep saying this is very even. I don't think there's a standout at the moment. This could win, you know, and there will be people that will, if the situation is still ongoing in May, that they will be sort of sympathetic to anything Ukrainian. But it doesn't really matter because it is a great song. It's a great performance. So I think it will do really well. I think it's pretty nailed on top 10. How far up the table it goes, don't know. But yeah, I mean, definite qualifier, but then that's Ukraine. I think this is going to really do well.
Yeah, I think it's got potential to set the stage alight. I think it's going to be a great song to dance to as well. I can see this setting Euro Club alight as well. I mean, Thomas, I don't know. Are you much of a dancer when it comes to Euro Club and things like that? Will we be seeing you on the dance floor dancing to this? Any of the pre-parties?
Only if I can have the flute to play on also. No, I can definitely see the quality in the song. It will definitely go through to the final. It will definitely end up in the top 10, maybe even the top 5. Could potentially win. It's not a song for me, but still, I can definitely see the quality in it. But and the chorus sticks in your head. Now I have it in my head all night. It's a good song, but not for me.
That's fair enough. That is fair enough. Although, does this mean that you can play the flute?
Only on playback.
Love it. Alina, let's come to you, my lovely. How can you see this being staged?
Oh God, I have no idea. Why are you asking me this? No, I have no clue. I don't know. Okay, it also depends if they're gonna use the political situation, if they're gonna bring it to Eurovision to make an extra symbol. I mean, they can do this year so much with either their staging or the political situation and their staging. Like, I have no idea. Like, I don't know. I really, really, really don't know. I do know that a lot of people that I work with who have no idea about the Eurovision Song Contest are now already speaking from I don't care who it wins, but I'm gonna vote on Ukraine because of the political situation. So that will also be like an impact in the results and in the final placement of the song. But I have a dilemma with the song. I like it, but every time I hear it, I'm like, that other one was so much better. And that's the only thing I think about when I hear the song. So, yeah, I have a dilemma.
Hey. Just before I get Joe's views on this, just to share a couple of comments on this. Obviously, Vanya does say, Vidbeer has always had a strong selection. You are absolutely right. It has. Georgina prefers this song 10 times better than last year's Shum. Although, to be fair, Go A, we love you. Amazing song last year. Jude, so with Ukraine, but positive it will qualify. And Elliot, Ukraine entry is good, but it's not a winner. I find it too chaotic on stage, and also their attitude on the night of the final left a sour note in my mouth. Low top 10 like Italy. Elliot, some people like to embrace the chaos. We have always embraced the chaos here at ESC Fan TV. And a brief shout out as well. When I find the comment, I'm scrolling up here to Leo. Leo says, Ronella is so good, guys. Literally, Secret is IT. Leo, I think you joined us slightly late. We actually reviewed Ronella at the very start of the show. Watch all of this, right? And then at the end of the show, go back and watch the first 10 minutes again, and you can listen to us heap praise on Ronella, because we love her too here at ESC Fan TV. Now, Joe, we've saved the best comments till last. Obviously, Ukraine, fabulous song, a dose of chaos. What's your take?
Yeah, all of the above. I love it. I think, okay, what I'm going to think is I think they're just going to go and do very similar to what they did at Vidbeer. I think the staging won't change much. Maybe they'll add some bit, some shots of the public, or how they are at the moment, and all the refugees. I don't know. I don't know how they'll do that. But honestly, I do think this is going to either win or come very close. It's a bit torn, isn't it? Because the song is good enough on its own without what's happened to do really well or win. Let's face it, it was always going to come top 5. Either way, it was going to do well. So if they do win, then they'll say, oh, they've won because of blah, blah, blah. And it'll take it away from the actual group themselves and the song. And I think it's a case of I hope they don't win for the fact that they don't have it going on for the rest of the time. Well, you only won because of, when actually they were good enough in themselves. Does that make sense? I just hope that, I really, really do hope that they don't win for that reason. And also, of course, the first thing that's going to happen is everyone's going to start saying, oh, we're not going to have where's it going to be? It's not going to be in Kiev. It's not going to be in Ukraine. Who's going to host it? Then there'll be all that going on as well. And I think, to be honest, I think it needs to get top 3, top 5, have a really good performance. Everybody loves them, but it doesn't win specifically for that reason.
Hey, thanks, Joe. Yeah, do you know what, though? This is what I love, because it's so open this year. Some years when everyone's just like, this entry's going to win. And I'm like, that's a bit boring, really, because you kind of already know to book a hotel in, I don't know, Stockholm, for example. There's a good example. But it's always great to have a nice open contest. brings me back to the spirit of my youth, when obviously no one knew what was going to win, or certainly me didn't have a clue.